going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 22 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to go over the top 5 user players in MUT 22. This is an update for December. I know the month is almost over, but it's been a while since we've done this. I think the first and last time that we did it was around either late September or early October, and we got a brand new top 5 list for you. We'll go over some budget items as well. If you guys find this video helpful, if you enjoy it, be sure to go ahead and click that thumbs up. It really shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. And if this video was maybe recommended to you or you found it searching across YouTube, make sure that you go ahead and click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Funny thing about this video is that I was going to make it last week, and then we got a bunch of brand new cards that literally came all out last week that are in this top 5. So a lot of these cards are newer, but of course we're going to start out with some budget items. Now, what do we look for when it comes to user control players? There's 3 main components. You can factor in other things, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be about speed, height, and hit power when it comes to a user player. And the first thing we have to do in this video is talk about the 2 best options that are completely free for you guys that are going to be considered the best users in the game. So one of them is old, but we'll be getting an update very soon. And of course, that's going to be Ultimate Champion Cam Chancellor. So this is a card that you start your MUT 22 team out with, and as you knock out various achievements, you can level him up all the way up to a 95 overall. If you guys are new to the game, you just picked it up over the holiday, and you want to know more about your Ultimate Champion Cam Chancellor and how to maximize his attributes and get him up to a 95 overall, we're going to link a video we did earlier in the year down below in the comment section as a pinned comment, going over everything that you need to know about Cam Chancellor and the Ultimate Champion. And like I said, he'll probably be getting an update soon, which is going to make him even better. He is a strong safety. He can play cornerback and free safety as secondary positions. But the other one that we want to take a look at is our Ultimate Season Reward, Taylor Mays. You can get this card up to a 96 overall. He's a free safety with secondary position at strong safety. Just like Cam Chancellor, this card is free, and we're going to link another video down below in the comment section as a pinned comment on how you can get this Taylor Mays 96 overall card for absolutely free. Those are 2 really good users. They're free. You grind them just by playing the game. Now let's move on to some users that are going to fit all of you budget players, right? The top 5, some of these cards are going to be expensive, but I got some good budget options for you. The first one up, and this card is well under 100K. One of my favorite cards so far this year, 90 overall, most feared, Jeremy Chinn. Now, he's not going to give you the hit power that you're looking for in a user, but he's still very budget friendly, and I think whenever he gets his next upgrade, it's going to be one of the best defensive cards in the game. When this one came out, it was really good. 91 speed, 6'3", 86 hit power. Now, if you're not going to be usering this card, I know this video is all about usering, but he makes up a really good AI defender as well. 87 man coverage, 91 zone coverage, very, very well balanced. For a little over 100K, and by the way, you can play your Harvest solos and still get this card for absolutely free, but if you do have to buy him a little bit over 100K, Justin Simmons, 6'2", 92 speed. His hit power is only 81, so he's not going to be forcing any hit stick fumbles or anything like that, but another very good card, and he's got 91 zone as well in case you do need to let the AI control him. And our last budget option, this one's about 120K. You might be able to catch him a little bit cheaper on the weekends. Derwin James, 6'2", 92 hit power, 93 speed. He hits all 3 check boxes when you're looking for a user control player. And then he's also giving you 92 zone coverage, 92 acceleration to hit that top speed as fast as possible. I slept on this card a lot when it first came out, and now that I kind of look at it, it's a really good budget option. Again, try to get it on the weekend. You might be able to get it closer to 100K. So now let's move into our top 5, and then coming in at number 5 is going to be Legend, 95 overall, Kuechly. Now, this is his LTD, but remember, you can always go and get the set version of this card done and then power him up, and this is what the attributes will look like fully powered up. This is the first middle linebacker in this video, and I think the only one. So ideally for a user, you're going to want to go with a middle linebacker or a free safety or a strong safety. We're going to show you our depth chart in a moment and how to get some of your safeties in at linebacker right off the jump without making subs within the game. Kuechly, 6'3", 93 speed, 95 hit power. Among all that, he's still a really good user defender, but also a good AI defender as well. 92 zone, 91 block shed, so he's going to be good against the run. I think the only thing this card lacks really is strength, and that's not a big ordeal, right, when it comes to middle linebackers. He also gives you 93 tackle. Now, if you're going to rock this card as your user, when we talk about abilities on middle linebackers, you absolutely make sure that you put Lurker on this card. Because he's a field general archetype on defense, he does get Lurker for 1 ability point, so that's pretty good. We mentioned a moment ago, we were showing you the LTD. His set version is much cheaper, about $274K on PlayStation, $251 on Xbox, $251 as well on PC. And normally on the weekends when it comes to Legends, I say this a lot in my videos, you can build out these Legend sets for a lot cheaper than just buying out the card outright. Coming in at number 4, and I think 4 through 1 is all from the Zero Chill promo, so a lot of these cards are really new and should be around for at least the next month or so. It's going to be free safety Kelvin Johnson. Some of you could put this card at number 1, and I totally would not disagree. 6'5", 93 speed, only 86 hit power, but with this card you're getting the speed and the ridiculous height. He also does have 93 zone coverage, which is really helpful if you're not usering this card. And like I said, this is just kind of a household name when it comes to user safety cards. Every year in MUT, everybody looks forward to free safety Megatron, but this card kind of got, like, you know, it became irrelevant really quick with the rest of the Zero Chill promo, and you're going to see that in a moment with the other cards that we go over. Now, he can get Acrobat and he can also get Lurker. It's up to you and whatever one you prefer. My preference would be Acrobat. They're both 2 ability points on this card, but Lurker can get kind of glitchy too. I just think Acrobat gives you more of the diving animations, and that's why it's more important to me. Now, pricing wise, about $311K on Xbox, $304 on PlayStation, $301 on PC. And the good thing about this card is that he is a Zero Chill champion card, which also means you can complete his set. You get his card. He doesn't get a power up, but you can also get a fantasy pack that gives you back 3 of the 93 overall Zero Chill cards in return. So it might be worth your while to build your team not only with this card, but also by doing his set so you can get those other 93s. Now, don't get me wrong, this Sean Taylor card is not terrible, but it just doesn't feel like a typical Sean Taylor card, and maybe that's because the man coverage is so low, but that doesn't matter when it comes to user-controlled cards, and that's what this video is about. Coming in at number 3, just came out on Monday, free safety, bow nose, 95 overall Sean Taylor, 6'2", 95 speed, 95 hit power. I mean, that's a pretty good combination. 93 zone as well if you're going to let the AI control him. That's number 3 on our list. Same abilities that we've seen pretty much with every card that's going to be past this one in the top 5 aside from Kuechly, and that we're going to see at numbers 2 and 1. But here are the abilities. And then as far as pricing goes, he is a bit expensive. $436K on Xbox, $415 on PlayStation, $460 on PC. And I'm not going to lie, his price was kind of why he's coming in at number 3, because we have options 1 and 2, which are going to be cheaper, maybe not as good user cards, but with the price factored in, I think they're better options for you. And here it is, number 2 on our list, out of position, strong safety, Ted Hendricks. His left outside linebacker, or maybe it was right outside linebacker this year, I can't remember. When that card came out, it was like the best defensive card in the game, and now they gave him this ridiculous out of position card, which is just crazy. Now, he is only 93 speed. We just saw Sean Taylor there with 95, so obviously a little bit slower, but 6'7", man. You can't teach height, right? Isn't that something they always say, at least in basketball? 93 speed, 95 hit power, and then he's giving you 94 man and 94 zone. Again, I know this is all about users, but you got the extra benefit there. Let's take a look at his abilities, same that we've seen on every other card. Actually, I think he gets more abilities, but the only ones you're really going to factor or want to use in are going to be Acrobat and Lurker. And the reason this card came in before Sean Taylor at number 2 is because of the price. $310K on Xbox, $301 on PlayStation, and $280K on PC. And finally, coming in at number 1, no surprise here I think for most of you, out of position, strong safety, 96 overall, Isaiah Simmons. And the reason this card is number 1 is because of the pricing and everything he can do on the field. I think everybody that's watching this video, if you have at least 300K in your account, you should be buying this card, and here's why. Because it's an LTD, it quick sells for 250K, which means if you buy him right now at 300K, maybe he'll even be cheaper by the time you're looking on the auction house. That means you can rent him for a month or however long he is viable for for an extremely low rate. So hypothetically, if I bought this card right now at 300K and a month from now I no longer wanted it, no longer needed it, I could quick sell it and get 250,000 back from the 300 that I spent, which means it cost me a grand total of 50K. I knew that because I'm good at math, to rent this card out for a month. And I think with the attributes we're going to show you here, I think he's going to be around for a while. Look at somebody spoiling my video as I tried to show you the attributes. Let's move over here a little while. But I think this is going to be a card that's around forever, or at least a very long time. And, you know, he stacks up better than Sean Taylor, obviously. 6'4" taller, 95 speed, the same there. 96 hit power is better. And not only that, he gives you 95 zone, 96 man. Like I said, this card should be on every single person's team that can afford it. If you have 300K left to your name, go buy this card. Whoever you have at strong safety, go sell them. This is the card you need. Now, one other thing before we get out of here, kind of roster management for your user control cards here. You can see that I have Isaiah Simmons on the squad as well. You're going to want to go over to specialists. Now, there are some formations that will allow you to substitute your free safety in the middle linebacker position. Unfortunately, you cannot do that from the lineup menu. You have to do it every single game, so I can't really help you out there. But if you have either a middle linebacker or a linebacker in general, or a safety, strong safety specifically, you're going to go to your specialist screen within your lineup and put them at sub linebacker. This basically has Isaiah Simmons in the linebacker position on any formation that it allows it so, and this does it right in game as soon as you load in, so you don't have to make these substitutions every single game, and it works very well. With a guy like this who's really tall, really fast, you want him up front by the line of scrimmage. Great user card to use to get those interceptions. And before we get out of here, I did forget to show you the abilities. We showed you the pricing, but there are the abilities on Isaiah Simmons. Again, you want Acrobat or Lurker on this card. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up. That's the top 5 users for December in MUT 22. Let me know down below in the comment section who's your go-to user right now in MUT. Leave it down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, my name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.